Jordin Tootoo, great to have you with us, and nakomik for being here. You've previously laid out some of the highs and lows of your career and your life. What can people expect in this new Tootoo documentary?
Yeah, it's been a ride and a half, to tell you the least. You know, the last 5 years, having cameras around has been a lot of fun, a lot of learning. You know, my story isn't just a hockey story. You know, this documentary is a documentary for all walks of life, and you know, there's a lot of heavy stuff. That being said, you know, I think our people, our Indigenous communities, need to hear one of their own share their journeys. And for me, you know, in my sobriety, you know, my 14-year journey in sobriety has allowed me to work on myself and to be comfortable and content in my own skin. And 5 years ago, Scorgy Production approached me and wanted to do my life story, and at that time, you know, being retired, I thought it was a perfect time to dive into it. And you know, to be honest, it's been a healing journey, not only for myself but my immediate family. You know, I commend my mom and dad, how courageous they were to speak the truth and to really absorb, you know, a lot of our traumas and hardships, and help us move forward as a family.
Those who have had a chance to see you speak will know that you're very upfront about your previous struggles of intergenerational trauma and finding a path forward to healing. Are you hoping this documentary will spark some of those difficult conversations?
Absolutely. You know, I advocate our people to share their story, because, you know, we've been fighting amongst each other for decades. You know, we all know the history, and we've been waiting for somebody else to get the job done, and I choose to dive in with both feet, not knowing what the outcome will be. But you know, I believe in today's society we need more of our men to step up to the plate, because we are the leaders in our communities, and we need to lead by example. Yes, there's a lot of trauma. We have a lot of baggage, and you know, I carried a lot of shame and guilt. There's a lot of things I'm not proud of some of the things that I did, but I'm leaving that behind, and I choose to move forward in my journey, in my personal journey. And you know, more often than not, a lot of our people, when we see one of our own becoming successful, we want to pull them back down. We need to elevate our own. We need to elevate our men, and we need to come together as a community. You know, I always, when I go and do my public speaking, one of the things that I can really relate to is, you know, when we're out on the land, we become one. When we're in our communities, we are divided, and we need to bring that mentality of being out on the land back into our communities.
No, great messaging indeed. From leaving your home at a young age to play junior hockey to the big leagues and where you are today, how do you reflect back on all that you've gone through?
A lot of gratefulness, a lot of humbling experiences, you know, a lot of ups and downs, but that's life. You know, I tell our people, in order for us to evolve, you're going to face a lot of failures. And in today's generation, I see that failure is of no option, and kids are growing up scared to fail at something, when, you know, our people back in the day, you know, in order to survive out on the land, we need each other. For many years, I thought I could control my sobriety and do it on my own, when in fact, you can't do it on your own. You need a team, and you need a community. And you know, I always talk about our people coming together. Why do we always come together when there's tragedy? Why don't we come together and elevate and congratulate students, people in our community, and become whole? But that being said, we need the land. The land is where we become one.
Yeah, no, so true there, Jordin. The film debuted on Super Channel and Apple TV last week. What's been the reaction so far from those who watched the documentary?
I think there's been a lot of heads put up high. You know, I think my film shows a lot of men that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show weakness. It's okay to show emotion. You know, a lot of our Indigenous men carry this pride and ego to a very high standard, and you know, each community has those individuals, and I think when you let your guards down, and earn your respect, you know, get back to your roots, get back to your culture, ask questions, go talk to your elders, learn, educate yourself. You know, your average Canadian is uneducated about our history. I tell Canadians to open up a textbook and learn about us. And that's what my documentary hopefully will inspire more people to dive into our history, and you know, because enough of us being labeled.
You can now watch Tootoo on Super Channel, Apple TV, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon or Google Play. Jordin Tootoo, thank you so much for your time, and please come back anytime.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.